All right, guys, welcome back to our stream. We got video number 4 here, I think, if I combine those other two videos, which I'm not sure if I'm going to do yet. But you guys are interested in the ephemera of my editing skills or abilities or decisions. So here we go. We are here with turn 13, the High Elves, Tyrion. Tyrion's looking to kick ass and take names later. We called up a... What do we got here? Oh my god, Patriots threatened again. Rival machinations at work. The Azor mine is ever prone, blah, blah, blah. Political rival challenges the patronage position of one of your lords. Come on, guys. Why you gotta be assholes about this? Ooh, the sword of Cain has been claimed. Tularius Dreadbringer. Sounds like a badass motherfucker. Research 8 technologies. Get some... I'll get Cain's Ring of Fury. That looks pretty good. Get a Bound Fireball, which I do like. Oh, Bound Spell. Bound Fiery Convection. That's pretty good. Alright, so that's a pretty good spell there. Let's see what we got. So we got Tyrion over here. That's not Tyrion. Here's Tyrion. He's marching over here to fight these beastmen because we really didn't have anybody else to fight, and he's just dying for a battle. He's just, his loins are just like on fire, and he's like, yo, I just need somebody to fight. So we're going to continue to march over there. It's taking a sweet time, but you know, it is what it is. We have military access to these people. Now, we did recruit another lord. Oh, that's my patrol right there. Here's the lord we recruited. So we were looking at... So we were going to just skip a turn because there was nothing to do. So you guys didn't have to just watch the turns flap by. And then I came over here and I was looking. And I was like, okay, so you can take these. But every time I tried to take it, it said you have no lord. So I recruited a lord, Alistar the White Lion, and so we're going to see what happens if I'm going to be able to take one of these spots. I don't really know what that's going to mean. Am I going to control the territory as well? We're going to find out. This is all very new to us. Now, right here we have, what is this? Click, this patronage will be taken by another faction external unless you protect it. Yeah, so people are trying to take my shit, man. And I don't have enough intrigue influence to stop them outright. So we're going to have to engage in intrigue. Let's do it. We engaged in... Alright, here we go. A poor noble. The proof of an elven noble's worth is an astute combination of practical results and leveraging one's reputation or that of one's lineage. With an overabundance of the former and a severe lack of the latter, a fiery young courier has been tasked by a rival lord to machinate your giving up of a patronage position. With that, he hopes to either gain a patron or make a name for himself in supporting his benefactor's patronage of this realm. Bad choice, son. Bad choice. So we can either lack of sympathy, you keep the patronage position, but with negative consequences for your armies and high elf diplomacy. Hold on. What do we suffer here? Diplomatic relation with the high elves and 15 leadership. That's for 3 turns. Or we can approve of merit. You cede the patronage position and pay a lump sum from your treasury, but with positive effects for your provinces. Now, this is the thing. I gotta understand what this means to lose a patron's position. Obviously, it's the first time we've used this mod. Proof of merit. Yeah, we don't want to lose our position. I mean, honestly, I don't even know what it means. So, do I want to lose it? I don't think so. That means they just control it, like from like a diplomatic or like a political standpoint. It would be like losing the governorship, but the United States is still controlled by the United States. He will step up to the task, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to keep it, because I don't know what it means to lose it. So we don't want to lose it. So we're going to keep it. All right, now let's go back. Now we only have 23, so we can't really do a whole lot. But yeah, so we still have our position. We're at level 2. Now let's see here. Patronage capacity 6. The maximum number of patronage positions you can hold. It can be increased with the level of your favor. All right. Let's see. Duration of patronage immunity from threats. Transfer patronage. Remove your current lord from this patronage position and let another one of your faction take their place. Okay. Now, does he just get bonuses by being in this position? Aegeus of 18. Flavor of the king. Income. Character's aura. Leadership. War size. And melee attacks for Phoenix Guard units. What do we got for 3? Favor of the king, industry, yeah, so the same things basically, just a little bit of a bump. Tier 3 benefit, the position is immune to threats from other lords. Tier 3 benefit unlocks the throne seat of 18 of E. Damn it. I know I just fucking fuck the French. I know how to pronounce that. I'm actually a student of history, medieval and early late Roman history in Gaul or France or whatever it is, and I just for some reason that word's just I'm having trouble with it right now. Anyway, the following units receive bonuses. Blah blah blah. Okay, so we're gonna see what happens when we get to 45 patronage and we take one of these spots. Probably this guy's spot. Because he's a little bit of a bitch. We didn't like how he talked to us at that one banquet meeting, so we're going to take his patronage spot and tell him to stick it up his yin yang. So anyway, so here we are. All right. We're back. Do we move? We moved our brother. We moved brother Tyrion. He's going to go attack these sons of guns pretty soon.
My journey shall continue.
All right. What else we got? We can garrison lord not moved. All right. So here we have the White Lion. So we just recruited 3 Reavers. We're going to keep him as a kind of a fast, mobile force to maybe attack or to defend when needed. But right now we're just going to keep him in Lothran. We got some upgrades going on here.
The Asur bids you welcome.
The Asur bids you welcome. All right, so we just upgraded this before. We talked about how we're pretty good with our troop diversity, but we could go for this so we can recruit eagles. Or let's see, we don't have Elven's craftsman. We do have at least 1 craftsman, but we can always use more money. Homestead, more growth. You can always use more growth. Right now we only have 63, which isn't tremendous, but it's still relatively early. Only have all tier 2 settlements. Oh, Elven Gardens, then we can finally get a noble. Now we won't be able to upgrade this to a tier 4 settlement, but to a tier 4 building. But you know what? We do want to have the opportunity to finally recruit some heroes. So let's go there. All right. We're not worried about that one. Outpost upgrade available. Over here. Which gives us some bonuses since we have the money. Although we are starting to run a little bit low on funds. Yeah, we're going to take it. Try to get all the grandeur we can get. And everything else. Alright. Now we do have a little bit of money to upgrade some units. So let's see if we can upgrade these Reavers.
Loyal Prince.
Oh, wrong one. That's our patrol.
How can I assist you?
Let's see. What do we got here? Research precise fletching to unlock. Alright, what about the research great weapons to unlock? Alright. So we can't do anything there. Can these troops be unlocked? No, I didn't think so. Alright, let's move on to the next turn here, folks. Not much else going on. Let's just check diplomacy real quick. We haven't dabbled in this realm for a little while. Any quick deals? Oh, Sharktooth is open to a deal with us, but we're not really fan. We don't like the ogres in this game. We're not fans of the ogres.
You require assistance?
Hey, what's up, brother? You still don't want to make any trades with me, you fucking asshole?
The warden of
Greatest of the
I
dragons.
wonder if people are turned off by cursing. I was wondering that because I was watching the analytics for my first video, and like people dropped it after like the first 40 seconds or the first minute. So like, why would those reasons be? So it's not the type of video that they wanted. Maybe they wanted something like a little bit more like traditional, like, hey, smash that like button. Hey, we're gonna do all these cool things today. Hey, everything's hunky dory. And I'm not really making fun, but that's just kind of like one way to go about it. Maybe they just don't like my voice. Maybe they didn't like the campaign. They wanted to see it for a little bit. And I wonder maybe because I did drop like a couple curse words in those first 40 seconds. Maybe they're just like turned off by curses, or they're watching it with, or they're watching it with kids or something like that. Or their kids are around. I think about that a lot. Like, if this is a game, it's a video game that kids play. YouTube, obviously, there are a lot of kids on YouTube. I did say not for kids, but that's just how I talk. I curse, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't curse. If you did happen to watch this, which it doesn't seem like very many people are watching them, and you have an opinion on that, I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments. All right, what do we got here? Oh, they ended their trade agreement with us? What the fuck? Why did you do that? Wow, their strength ranked is 7? You Very unfriendly? Interesting. They don't like... Wow, they're unfriendly with all of the elven peoples. All of elfdom. Man, Kingdom of Safri. They're assholes. You guys are assholes. They don't have any friends or any more trade agreements. Alright, you guys don't want to trade with me? Fine. Maybe I might have to take them out. I don't know. Might have to take them out. We're going to take a hard look at potentially taking them out. Yes, we are. Very hard look. Oh, look at that. We're getting a nice close-up view of our beautiful castle there. I guess they wouldn't call it castle. More like a... I know, tower. They like to call things towers in elfdom and Ulthuan. That really is a cool-looking building, though, man. It really is. Alright, so we're about 2 turns away from a huge battle, which we're kind of looking forward to over in the west. We're upgrading our settlements over here, playing politics, and just trying to advance the cause of Tyrion, of Elvendom. Alright, we got 11 influence. We only have 34, though. That's not enough. Ambusher discovered. Where are you? He's probably all the way up there, of course. We don't care about that. Technology research. Alright. Our missile troops are going to be fucking dominant. We got Tower of Lycian. Let's see what's going on there. Got an unusual location. Oh yeah, wait, is this the one that we knew about? Oh no, it's over here. This is an abandoned forge of Hashut. Oh, we don't feel like this. Cartouche-lined runes mark the entrance to this forge of Father of Darkness. They're twisted truths. Yeah, we don't like that at all. Chaos, undivided corruption. We definitely don't want that. So let's get rid of that. Boom. Bye-bye to you. Go replenishing. Alright. So we're good to go there. We can't upgrade any buildings there. Let's go to Tyrion.
What orders?
Alright. He's getting pretty close. Looks like about 2 turns away. Oh, we're not even at war with them? Beastmen? Yeah, we're not gonna... Yeah, they can't sit
A brief interlude
on Ulthuan without any kind of, justice being brought to them.
King.
You know? I don't know why they thought they could. Alright, well there's the Shark Tooth, the Ogre Kingdoms. Alright, now we gotta do our technology. Let's see here. So we were dabbling in cartridge ammunition. Ooh, enhanced projectiles. Enabled shearbreaker missiles for Lothran Skycutters, and Eagle Claw bolt throwers. Interesting. Enabled shield breaker missiles. I like that. And then the missile strength for chariots, Eagle Claw bolt throwers, Lothran Sea Guard, Lothran Skycutter units. Huh. I'm actually not super familiar with the Lothran Skycutter units. Those are the chariots, Eagle Claw bolt throwers. I think maybe they're added units, so we're gonna have to see what's up with that. And then we got chariot anthems here. Unit mass 5% for chariot and skycutter units. Attribute devastating flankers for Ilithmar chariots and lion chariots of Thrash units. Huh. Alright. I mean, we like those. No question. We do like those. We get a little spear wall action here. Melee defense for spearmen. Yeah, you know, that's just a simple one. We're going to go with that right now. Strengthen our front lines as we get ready to battle. Alright.
I must defend my home.
Let me check this out real quick. We only have 34. You know what? No, we want to check this out. We want to check this out. We have 83. Now, they stole our spot here, which we're not happy about. We only have 2 turns so we can take it back. I wonder... Flame Sea. Yeah, you need to have enough resources, though. Yeah, I guess you just gotta play politics, man. I mean, the more you build up the resource, essentially. Alright, so hold on.
Can I offer assistance?
Let me talk about that a little bit. Yeah, no, you can't offer assistance, dude. Just chill for now. I mean, honestly, I don't even know. I wanted you to take over some patronage, and I figured I'd give you some units, so you weren't just sitting there with your, stay hanging out. Alright, let's go next turn. So, as we talked about in the last video, these resources like splendor or influence, they're not abstract. They are abstract, but they're supposed to represent something, like a real thing. Like if I had, let's say I was a politician and I had a lot of friendships with the other politicians, and like they owed me favors, and I was friends with like their staffers, and like a couple of their staffers owed me their positions because I like put in a good word for them. Like that would be my influence. And if you had to like turn that into a number, it would say be like 100 influence. And I would be able to use that influence. Hey, dude, I got your job. Listen, I need you to make sure your guy, backs me on this bill that I'm putting out for vote. Oh, okay, yeah, of course. That's influence. That's you using your influence. And then, of course, it goes down because you can't call in favors all the time. So that's what that is. So when we're playing politics here and we're talking about splendor, whoever has the most splendor can claim those seats.
Will hear your words.
What do we got here? Wow, now they ended their trading agreement with me too. Huh. Why are these guys being unfriendly? I've never really played the elves like this, so I didn't. I thought we were all friends. They hate us. They hate that we have treaties with other elven kingdoms. I guess there's like certain cliques inside the elven kingdom, so we're gonna have to find out what those are and go from there. So anyway, so splendor, you're using it. Oh yeah, so it would seem like it's just a button click. Like, oh, I'm going to claim the seat because I have more of that resource, which you just gain by pressing the turn button. Well, no. Like, later on in the game, as we play, if I'm doing better, if I'm winning more battles, if I'm taking more territory, I'm going to have way more splendor than you are, which makes sense because in real life, that would basically represent your favor with the king or, your favor with the rest of your people and the rest of the nobles, So those numbers, while abstract, do represent something real. And I think it's, if you want to try to immerse yourself in the game, it's important that, you think about that or that you realize that. I mean, it's important for me because I hate
How can I assist you?
certain games like certain Paradox games where you just kind of press a button and you get what you want. And it seems like that's all you're really doing is waiting to build up a resource, press a button. It doesn't seem properly represented, so. All right, we got our magic item. Let's see what that is. Another shit item. No offense. No, I'm not saying no offense. I guess I should say, excuse my language, if I was going to do that thing. Mission issue, recruited an additional lord, which we did do. Now they want us to create a third one, which we're probably not going to have for a while. There's no need to have 3 lords. We're up to 115 splendor, and we have our 48. All right, so the first thing we want to do is this. We want to see if we could take one of these patronage positions. So who dumped us from having a trade agreement? I think you guys did. I think you guys did. Yeah, Safri definitely did. All right, so we should be able to click him. Okay, good. So we could take patronage. Instate your lord into this province's patronage to receive its benefits. Other factions might attempt to overtake your position. This position is taken by another faction. Usurping it will worsen the diplomatic relationship between you. All right, so these are the guys who already don't like us, right? So I guess we're supposed to know this. We're supposed to already understand this. So we're just essentially taking like I said, like a council seat. Like whoever's represented, at NATO, say for example, like, they still control their country and their armed forces, but we just represent them, at meetings. I guess that's kind of like what this is. And then eventually you can use this to do other things. So yeah, so I think I'm going to take their position. Let me just make sure these are the guys that dump me. Let's go to diplomacy. All right, so yeah, it was Safri. And who was the other one? Wasn't those guys? Was it Tyrion?
You may approach.
Yeah, it was. It was these two fucking clowns. And look, they're assholes, and they hate us. They hate us. I don't think that's very nice of them. Because frankly, we're all in this together. The end times are coming. We tried to tell them, and they didn't believe us. We brought in our best seers and our best prophecy, mages, and they didn't care. So whatever, fuck them. All right, so let's see. Yeah, let's take out him. We're going to take your spot, dude. You don't like us. We don't like you. It is what it is. Alistair the White Lion. Hold that spot. Booyah. All right, so Saffree's. Oh yeah, so we already enchanted the lamb. Blah blah blah. So we get favor with the Phoenix King, wins the magic, and cooldown. All right, duration of patronage immunity from threats. All right, so we got to build up our influence. That's why it's so important to have influence, so you can defend your spot and do all these other things. It makes influence so much more important. Now we did take a spot. The patrons of the realm, we claim musicians, blah blah blah. We got 100 treasury. I would have liked if we given us some extra influence, but whatever. They didn't. Okay, we could do a couple rights. Do any of these give us any kind of like this one over here? The maker, patron of elven smiths, items bearing his mark are the greatest of their kind. A dilemma will offer a powerful magical item. Recruitment cost 10% for this. Recruitment rank, army ability. Yeah, this is when you're sieging places. You can use this pretty cool ability. +8 armor for people. Performing this right will be instantly granted but rewarded. All right. Yeah, it's not really gonna help us right now though. Neither one of those will. Alright, so we're not going to do that. I think we don't have enough here. We have 115, which is not nearly enough. Man, we had 2 of these and they kicked us out. These pricks right here. Assholes. Let me see. Oh, they're protected. Alright. Let's go back to Tyrion and march. Did he march over yet? No, he did not. Alright, here we go. Now, the only problem here is they have also garrison, which kind of sucks. So, wow, yes, that's a huge fucking force. Shit. So, yeah, we're not really prepared to beat, 30 guys. The beastmen always look a lot tougher, like on paper, than they do when you're fighting them on the map. But they aren't to be taken lightly. They are pretty tough. Gorous Warhoof. They got plenty of supplies. They're in for the long haul. Chilling in their little fort there, their little base. So I'm trying to think. Huh. It's their territory right here. Let's see. Let's move in a little closer. There's other territories right here. Maybe I should declare war on them. Alright, yeah, I'm going to. Word's no good killing. That sounds good to us. Wow. Eat my still beating heart. That's crazy. That's next level. I think my man needs to speak to a psychiatrist or something.
Setting forth.
Alright, let's see. So we could Lilith's Blessing, no. We could encamp, no. And ambush. We can't raid? I guess the High Elves don't raid? Huh. I really wanted to raid them. Ambush. I don't think we're going to be able to hide, though. Because we don't really have anything. There's nowhere really to hide. And we have a mod where terrain matters for ambushes. You can't just hide in the middle of the fucking, flat ground. Although we do have some rocks over here. There are some trees here. I mean, we don't lose anything by trying an ambush. So let's try it. Let's try it. Alright, so we're good there. We got our garrison lord over here, who we're not doing anything with right now. He's just kind of chilling. We're going to continue that. We got an outpost upgrade that we can perform. Oh, this is the same one. Oh, no, it's not. Is it? Oh, wow, 6,000 now. Holy shit, that's expensive. We do get 5 influence per turn, though, which is huge. It's a lot. Yeah, you know what? We're going to do it. We need to rack up all these, all the resources we can. Behind the scenes, this and that and the other thing. So we did that. There's nothing we can do there, nothing we can do there. Alright, let's next turn it. This guy's just chilling getting this. Oh, yeah, so, yeah, anyway, I'll let them live their life. Wait, what was that over there?
Of course.
Oh, okay, we can. Alright. You guys live your life and do your thing. Alright, here we go. So, yeah, it is interesting and fun to be able to dabble in some court politics and whatnot. I do like that. That system is a pretty cool system. Gives you more to do. With the High Elves, there's, it was always one of the weakest campaigns. I guess a lot of the factions, the older factions, have kind of bare bones campaigns. That's what people kind of have been complaining about. Like, they need updates. CA kind of tends to focus on the big, splashes. coming out with, you know, all these lords from, you know, chaos and shit. Now, I don't like playing chaos. Now, they have all the data. They see who everybody plays. You know, I guess they see that chaos is popular. People like playing those factions, and then they get lords and all this shit. But you know, I'll tell you right now, like Bretonia needs could use an update. I think the vampire counts, honestly. You know, the blood kiss is fine, but it's just not enough. Now you also have the raise dead mechanic, which is a pretty cool mechanic. But there's a mod where you can collect bones from different enemies that you defeat, and then eventually raise certain, you know, types of units, like a dragon or whatever. And there's actually a great fucking scene in the End Times book where Manfred, who's actually the star of that book, he's going out trying to find Nagash's artifacts, and the Skaven have one. So he goes into the Skaven dwelling, and it's blocked. You know, there's this like gap, this like chasm, I think, and there's these dragon bones around. And Manfred's like, you know, I don't fucking feel like, you know, raiding this place, having to, you know, go in there and fight these guys. They've been fighting forever. So he basically uses his magic to raise the dragon bones, basically put the dragon bones together and raise it as an undead. And it basically just goes around killing the Skaven. It's great. It's a great scene. Even his people are like, even the people who don't like him, like his fellow vampires who eventually try to kill him, they're like, wow, that's pretty impressive, dude. So like that mechanic could be in the game. And there's already a mod, you know. Like if I was a dev, I would incorporate the really good mods, and maybe just give the modder a little compensation, or, you know, who knows, hire some of them. Shit. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so we're over here now. They didn't do anything. What do we got here? This must be new, a landing counter. And the only thing is, if we fight a battle here and get a landing counter, we might be fucked up and not be able to, you know, not be able to fight him if they come and attack us. A battle or unknown event awaits us in this place. I mean, Tyrion wants to fight a battle, I'll tell you that right now, so he doesn't really care. But his people are like, dude, we can't really afford to do it. We're going to lose, you know, so many troops. He's like, you know, who cares? That's what he said. I think he's wrong, but that's what he said. All right, a Kislevian general approaches you in a friendly manner. Seeking an audience, he offers a friendly skirmish to mutually train our troops in order to become stronger to battle our enemies. Do accept. I don't really love these. It's not really even good lore-wise. It's not a good idea. So this is the modders who did this. I don't think they should have did these. I mean, it would be fun to fight Kislev right now, but then I have to, you know, I don't like these. I think they're stupid. Yeah, no, we're not going to. Sorry, dude. But, yeah, thanks for nothing. The thing is, it's not a friendly skirmish because the troops you lose stay lost. I thought, like, when I first fought one, when I was telling you guys when I lost Tyrion, I thought that's what it was. Like, you were gonna fight and then get your troops back or something, which I guess is just as silly. Who knows? All right, so we want to move back so they don't get those garrison troops. I really wish we can get some help. Let me see if I can call in some allies over here. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's call in our brothers from the Dragon Expedition. Nah, you know what? Yeah. Let's call them in.
Beyond compare.
You're all the way over there, dude. Let's get some more coordination. You know what? You're too far. Not you. You're not gonna help. All right, let's go to diplomacy, and let's go with Illyrian. Let's see.
Defender of the Ever Queen.
You wanna do some fighting, dude? Where you going?
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
I know Avalorn would, but they're kind of far. All right, so let's see. I want you to attack. This target. Wait a sec. I want you to attack. You can't attack that target? Huh. Set target, attack target. Do we have enough? Yeah, we have plenty of allegiance. No, it's not working. Fuck. Huh. Huh.
I serve the Phoenix King.
Interesting. Interesting. You know what?
Prince.
He has a lot more movement range.
Sunfang awaits every traitor.
Yeah, you're right here, dude. I want you guys to come.
Gladly.
Our ancestors watch, and I will not shame them.
Target is not a shared enemy. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, that solves that. That solves that. Can we get you guys to attack them? I forget if we can join
You may
war in
look
this
upon
game.
me. The power and the glory of Calador bids you welcome.
Declare war, payments, trade, break alliance, break. No, you can't join war, huh? Fuck. War coordination. No. Request army? Request army from your ally. This option is only available with military alliance or vassalage. Alright. We have no military alliances, do we? Shit. Alright, let's go back here. Here. And here.
Imric.
Nobody. These guys are not really that close. 8.7 is not really that close. Nobody wants to be our vassal, I don't think. Alright. Oh man, look at that. We're all the way in the Darklands. Holy shit.
I serve the king.
Alright, so
Darkness cannot escape my sword.
the defender left click to open mission panel. Oh, we have to control that at some point, which we probably will, but we gotta wait a little bit.
I must defend
Oh, let's
my
see.
home.
I wonder if I can beat these guys straight. 20, they'll have like what, 27, 6, 7, 27. Yeah, that's actually a lot, like 33, 34, something like that. Shit. Yeah, that's too many. That's too many. That is too many. So yeah, we're going to have to bring these guys forward.
Your command? Very well.
Can I recruit here? I don't think so. I don't think you recruit in foreign territory. Let me see something.
Alariel's champion.
Yeah, no.
Who will serve beside
Yeah, so we'll just stay here.
Highborn.
Alright, let's see. I guess I could just recruit just like cavalry and just go in there and just fuck shit up with calves. Local mercenaries, just one of them. Regiment renown, we can't do yet. Allied recruitment, Avalorn. Allied recruitment is only available whilst garrison or in encampment stance.
everlasting?
Alright, so let's just do regular troops. Let's go one more of those. And then let's go.
Her heart calls to me.
Should we just go straight cav? That'd be pretty badass. Alright, let's do that. Alright. Ready to go next turn. What do we got?
Protect Alariel.
Anything else happening? Nothing's crack-a-lacking. Alright, let's do it. Next turn.
Alfwang will endure.
Yeah, we're kind of boxed in down here. You know? I wonder if I should think about doing a little elf-on-elf violence. Man, that one faction hates us to our east. Maybe I should get over there and get busy and see if he wants to, you know, put his money where his mouth is. But I can't now walk away from this. Leave this beast herd over here. We gotta kill them. Yeah, so we're gonna take out that beast herd. And then go from there. You want to hear something that I find interesting about, not about this game at all? The whole high guard situation is just mind-boggling to me. It's so crazy to me. Now, if you're watching this, I really do appreciate you, and like I say at the end of all my videos, you're my brother. Like honestly, I haven't had. Oh, we got somebody attack. Ooh. Okay, here we go. So we are going to be at war with an Elven kingdom. All right. Yeah, of course we're gonna Of course we're gonna enter on the side of our ally. Alright, so we're at war now, baby. We can't be fucking around over here in this beast herd area. We gotta go to war. So anyway, let's focus and we'll talk about that later. Besides, it's possible some of you guys are on, I might have insulted some of you, and I don't want to. Because like I said, you guys are my brothers. Because this whole situation was just so crazy to me. So, yeah. Alright. At war, elf on elf crime. Now, if I was King Funubar, I would be like, yo, we're not fighting, guys. We have fucking portents of another end time, or of a chaos invasion, another chaos invasion. There's just tons of shit going on. We can't be fighting each other. But hey, you guys want to be babies? Let's do it. Alright, Phoenix Gate recaptured. With the northern passage secure, the previous commander of the Phoenix Gate has been recalled to oversee the reformation of the garrison. Aging, unable to lift his shield after losing an arm during the last siege, the venerable warrior announces that he will retire upon the next solstice. 3 candidates for the role are under discussion. The commander's son, an ETT, okay. Silverhelm, beloved for his tournament victories, but with no real command experience, allowing him to inherit the role will please the nobility in the garrison. The archer captain, highly competent Avalorian officer of the Gate's archer regiments, well liked by the garrison, but lowborn and bereft of political savvy. The wealthy merchant, a gregarious Coliquian trader who seeks to burnish his reputation with a military appointment. Foppish and cowardly, but eager to do favors for any who support him. Yeah, I'm definitely not picking that fuck. Definitely not picking that motherfucker. Wow, we lose 20 grandeur if we go for the archer captaincy. This is interesting. This is good stuff, because it goes to what I was talking about before. It's not just like a number. It makes sense from a logical standpoint. Like this guy, his son. Everybody likes him. He's not really experienced, but it would just make everybody happy. It would grease the skids. The nobles, it would let them know that, their sons are going to move up to positions even if they're not qualified. Or you can go for the qualified candidate who is, much more able to fulfill the role. But he has no political skills. He's lowborn, so the nobles won't be happy about it. So that's where the grandeur you're losing is. You're losing basically respect, or the shine is wearing off of you when it comes to the your fellow nobles. Now, typically I would still go for that, but honestly, we're not looking to lose any of our respect in the halls of the Phoenix Court. So, effects of the Gate, sent to the former commander of Phoenix Gate. This tournament winning jouster is candidate for the performance his duties adequately. I mean, he's not bad at his job. Minus 3% for all council noble seats and some charge bonuses. And here you get a competent commander. You get more defensive supplies, way more ammunition. Holy shit. And damn, 20% load time reduction. That's super fast. That's super fast. So let's see. But then we lose 20 grandeur, which we struggle to build up every freaking round. We're at 179 now. I mean, what's another turn, I guess, right? Now, how important is it that we have a strong commander at the Phoenix Gate? Are we going to have to defend that a lot? This guy's not bad. Charge bonus for some people. Grandeur cost 3% for all council noble seats in the Phoenix Court. You know what? I mean, Tyrion is the noble's noble. He's the son of the wealthiest, most important people in the world. Oh man, look at that. That's fucking awesome. Holy shit, that's cool. Alright, let's see. Let's go with the Archer Captain. You know what? We're a man of the people now. Alright, we got Phoenix Court. A seat controlled in the Phoenix Court has been usurped by the Knights of Caldor. Come on, guys. Insulted by Caldor, that's an insult. We have temporarily gained grandeur. Discount to usurp their seats. If we do so, they may become offended in return. Yeah, I mean, we're just losing seats like crazy. Rival machinations. So we need to start taking spots on the map so that they have less resources to do this fucked up shit with us. Alright, let's see who we're at war with. We're at war with Safri. This guy's been an asshole to us the whole time. And frankly, he's still an asshole. So let's go over here and look. That's your vest, your vis. Saphir, these fucks. They're right on our border. I mean, they're in a position to do great harm to us. But we're not going to let that happen. So let's
Lord of the Phoenix
move him right over.
onward.
And then let's take Tyrion and bring him back.
I will not shame
Unfortunately, we weren't able to destroy this fucking thing. Nobody wanted to come help me either, so let's just go back.
garrisoning.
Alright, now let's see. Alright, so they took our spot like a bunch of assholes, like a bunch of thieves in the night. And of course, we don't have enough influence to block them straight up. So we're gonna have to engage in intrigue. Alright, let's see here. The designated bearer of courtly bad news has had his eye on your controlled patriots for some time. Neither his lineage nor his martial prowess recommend him, but he amply compensates for it with his bullish demeanor. I hate people like that. Such courtiers are as unpleasant as they are often necessary. You know what he means to tell you before he does. You must cede this post. There are other patrons more worthy. You have failed in your duty. Both your disposition at this moment and your standing allow you to swat him down, if not just for the rival lord whom he speaks for. Alright, so we get thwart the messenger. You pay him a lump sum from your treasury to keep the patron's position, but with negative conduct. We're not doing that. Ignore the messenger. Denounce the messenger. But we lose our patron's position, which we're definitely not doing. He can go fuck himself as far as I'm concerned. We are going to, I mean, I should just ignore him. He's beneath me. Even though we upheld, we raised up the archer captain, the lowborn archer captain. He deserved it. He's a man of talent and martial prowess. This guy's a man of nothing, pettiness, bullshit. But you know what? We're gonna hold on to the 20 influence though, and we're going to thwart the messenger. We're gonna pay him. We're just gonna do it. It happens sometimes. Sometimes you gotta grease the skids. We just did it. We did it under the table. No one knows. It's done. We told him if he tells anybody, we're gonna cut him with our flame sword. So that it is what it is. We did what we did, and it's done. All right, let's check out this. All right, so Grand Chancellor. All right, so let's see. Look at that, it's spring. I wonder if that has any bearing on anything. Alright, so do we lose all our seats down here? Come on, that's bullshit, man. That is fucking bullshit. That's why we need to fight more battles. We have not fought enough battles. You know? To, you know, build up our grandeur and our influence and everything else. So that's what we need to do. Alright, so let's... These are our peoples right here. We're not going to hurt them. Mistress of the Loom. Yeah, we never loved that seat, but we do want to usurp them. Or we can just go with a round 2 seat. Construction for ports, income from ports. This is that one, yeah. Over here, what do we got? Passive ability, martial kinship, or army ability, eagle airy, or forest battles, missile resist. That's not very good either. Global recruitment capacity +1. Construction costs for ports. It just doesn't seem like a huge bonus. Alright, you know what? We're going to wait a turn. Maybe we should usurp one of these motherfuckers. The sea has been claimed by the Dragon Lord's expedition. Seduce units budget, hero action, Slanesh and Zinch corruption, spell resist. Kingdom of Thrace, we're at war. We don't have any problem with them. That's our brother right there. Huh. Huh. Lyrion, we're not beefing with them. Alright, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. We are going to wait.
Darkness cannot escape
Alright.
the sword.
Yeah, so that's about it there. We gotta build up our influence. That means we gotta fight.
Lethal grace given form.
Let's recruit some units. Alright, so we have a heavily, obviously a heavily mobile force down here. Let's just support it with some spirit. No, you know what? Let's support it with some Sea Guard. A little bit more expensive, but more versatile and better troops. Alright. Now we're finally low on funds. Our economy is finally getting, tanking a little bit, but it's for a good reason. Alright, come on, Tyrion. We need you to move faster, bro. We need you to move faster, brother. Pick up the fucking pace. We're gonna fuck these people up. Take their resources, take their respect, and use it to our own ends. Alistar the White Lion. That's a bad name. That's a badass name. My man is, he's a bad mother. He's leading a fucking pretty strong force too. But he's not going to be able to do any work on his own. That's why we need Tyrion to pick up the pace and get over here. And look how big this map is. That's what I'm saying. This is a massive map. And then they left that open ground. And if you're not familiar, the mod Empire, Immortal Empire has expanded. Basically fills in that whole area with like Koresh and other factions. It just fills it all in. They all have units and technology and everything. It's amazing. And then there are submods to that you can add landmarks. You could add their treasure hunts, basically naval treasure hunts and shit over there. But for some reason my game was crashing whenever I would play with that. Now it does make the game run slower. And another thing too, which is kind of funny, is I always would use the mod before I got the new computer when I wasn't running so many mods. But if you're not playing over there, it doesn't have like much of an effect. So it is one of those like aesthetically, pleasing mods, but it's not necessarily necessary. All right, recruit another lord. I didn't think we recruited another lord. Recruit an additional lord. All right, who knows? Who knows what the fuck they're talking about? Oh, Banar the Wise, trying to ambush us. Where are you, dude? Oh, he's all the way up there. Oh, he's causing trouble up there. I'm not fucking feeling it. Mission issued, getting a moderate amount of income. All right. Lord not moved.
At your service.
All right, so he's leading his force up there. We have. They're leaving their shit wide open down here. How much garrison they have? Oh, they have a pretty big garrison though. Alright, so we're not going to be able to attack him
I will see to it.
quite yet. Although I wish we could raid. We could just raid his territory. But we're not going to.
Setting up
We'll
garrison.
go over here.
How can I assist you?
Let's see. Let's get some allied recruitment going. So we can get eagles, we can get dryads. Alright, let's get an eagle. Let's get 2 eagles and a dryad. Oh, the dryads take 2 turns? Oh, because you can only get so much. Alright, let's just take the 2 eagles. And we'll call that bank. Can you do... Oh, and we can still recruit here. Wow. So you can now recruit more units at a time. I like that. I don't know. Should we expand the cav? Or should we start getting some regular units? You know what? I think this is going to be a good enough army to go with Tyrion's army. So let's move homeboy Tyrion up.
Tyrion, heir of a
Man, his movement range is shit.
Until next time.
Maybe I should build him up so I can try to take that settlement by myself. Yeah, let's go with some spearmen. There we go. That's not a weak army. That's a pretty strong army, actually. And I can definitely take some settlements with that. So that's what we're going to do. Next turn, we're going to take out Port Ellistor. Ellistor? Which is what we said. Alright. So we're going to push up here on the left side of this island, on the right side of the island, on the left side of the mountains here, though. And then it'll give us more opening to fucking up people up there. Alright, let's see. Okay, so we did get a little bit more splendor. Which opens up this one. Diplomatic relation with Wood Elves, normal escaping corruption, spell resist. Upgrades the Banish Corruption Province Edict. To what? Now greatly reduces the chance of plague spreading in the province. Share a small amount of... Huh. I can't believe we're the only ones up here doing shit. I gotta have to usurp some of these people back down here, though. You know? Let's see.
Sunfang awaits every traitor.
Wow, that was fucking nice. Alright, you know what? We're going to call it here because I actually got to do a couple things. I know there wasn't like a ton of action in this one, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this. You know, and then we're going to start next turn. Basically, the next video is where we're going to just open a can of whip-ass on people and show the Elven Kingdom who the Chad Elf is. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. You're my brother, as always. Peace.